Okay, so we've been working our way through. We've been making really good progress on each of the little subsections here. Our nice, pretty... I think they're daisies. I don't know. I guess they might be a couple different flowers, but I kind of like the idea of them being daisies. But one puzzle we have not really tackled is this this one down here, A Way Out. And this one has... I've been very, very curious about this guy. Let's check out Level Finale, A Way Out. I had originally looked at this puzzle a little bit. We peeked at it a little bit on stream, and I've also been looking at it a little bit off stream here and there. But I hadn't really been sinking my teeth into it because my sense was that we needed to kind of progress a little bit more in the game before we really started focusing on it. First of all, there's like a new property that I haven't seen in any other puzzle. End. What the heck is end? I must find out. I was also thinking that, you know, because it has that new property, maybe this is one of those puzzles like you're supposed to wait until you've gathered a bunch of other knowledge or other ideas about different mechanics before you try to tackle this one. I'm not sure that's the case though, because as I was looking at it just a little bit, I think I might have some ideas. So let's see if we can start breaking this one down. You think you remember this one, Mabian? Or at least you remember being stuck on it for a long time. I've been poking my head in here and there, but I didn't really start thinking deeply about it until just yesterday. So originally, as I was so if we think through kind of the starting point with most puzzles is just try to think through what is your win condition. Clearly, they are, as we have with most puzzles, there is a win property, and it looks like it needs to be flag is win. Curiously, they're also giving us end, and it looks like there is a way to maneuver if we can make rock is weak. If we can simply get into this area here, we can do either flag is win or flag is end. And I'm curious to try both. Baba is hot. Elmo fire time. Baba is hot, ice is melt, and ice has wall. And they have positioned 3 pieces of ice here very strategically. So in order to reach this area, we've got to get past these rocks. Right now, rock is rock, and rock is stop, along with wall, which is usually the case. Baba is you, belt is belt. No transforming of belts. We have 3 different little conveyor belts here, and right now belt is shift. So what do we have the option to do? Well, the first thing that we can do is we can kind of push Kiki around. We then have the option to make Kiki move. And we can also potentially do something with making belt push. And I think eventually the end game is to somehow gain access to this rock text. Now, my initial thinking was that we needed to get the rock text out of this maze, the place where it's trapped right now with little blocks of ice. I thought there's got to be a way to get rock out of there, and then we can make rock as push. And as I was thinking that through, I was coming to the realization that the way this is set up, even if you can somehow maneuver some scenario where maybe Kiki is move and Kiki, because one of the things we can do, let's just start kind of moving some things around here. One of the things that we can do is we could, if we want to do something where belt is push, we have to first set up Kiki in such a way, because right now, like if I go and I break this piece of text that says belt is shift, if I want to do anything else with belt, I need to bring in another word, like push, but I would be bringing it in here on this bottom section. They have conveniently given us a little cubby hole here But in order for me to push a piece up from there, I need some help. So I need Kiki, I think, to be in position here. Right here, I want to say. So if we do that with Kiki, and then we bring Kiki, the text, ready to activate Kiki is move, I think we can actually do both of these words, can't we? Because one way you could do it would be to just say belt is push. But then I think you're stuck because eventually you need access to push in order for rock to be push. So I think we want to say belt is push vertically. So if we want to say that, then we have to do this, I think. I think. So now, can we do this? Aha. And so now I need just to wait for the next word. There we go. Okay. So now belt is push, and I think I need to make sure that it gets pushed. Actually, can I? I'm not sure if I can actually... No, it's fine if it's up against the wall here. That's fine. Because I can just do this. I thought Kiki was going to make the belt be in a spot that I didn't want it. Because what I'm thinking here is the reason that they've given us these belts is because we want them to be lined up in such a way that Kiki moves and gets shifted this way, and then shifted this way. So this line of thinking that I was going through was making me think that the goal was going to be to get Kiki to push this rock text downward, while I'm kind of hanging out, while Baba's kind of hanging out here in this little cubby hole. And then we can push rock down to the end. Except we really can't get it out. And so I think I had got to that point and was a little bit stumped for a while. And then I had the thought, what if the point is not to get rock out, but to get the other words in? What if we're simply supposed to get Kiki to push all of the words where we want? Ah, okay, so there is one little complication here. Maybe not. It might not be a complication. Except I do kind of need belt to be push. Because I need that other belt to be in position. See, this is one of the tricks, is that Kiki is move can't be shut off. Once Kiki is move... However... Does Kiki have to... Let's go back to this. Because what I'm thinking here is, can we just orchestrate a spot where the text is and push both end up above rock over here? I'm just not exactly sure on the sequencing here. I guess this has to happen before belt is no longer push. Maybe it could happen one square to the right. I don't know if I need this extra space. But let's pretend that Kiki is here, and then I do this. Now, I'm still not going to be able to beat Kiki. Belt is still not shift. Belt is still not shift. That's what's screwing. That's what I'm overthinking here. I forgot belt is not yet shift. Okay. So what I would like to do then is I would like to situate this word out here. Oh, not... Actually, it's okay. That's fine. We'll figure out where that's going to be in terms of ordering. Now, the other is here. I need the other is as well, I think. Because it needs to be push is rock vertically, and then I'm going to push the text to the left into this little cubby hole here. The question is, how do I get access to this is again? How do I get access to this is again? Hey, Dark Sonata, good to see you. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods, my friend. Right back at you. Doing a little puzzling here on a Tuesday. Yeah, this was one wrinkle that I had not really thought about. The fact that the way that this stuff is positioned, maybe I could have broken the belt is shift in a different way, right? I could have broken belt is shift by not pushing shift upwards. We could push is up. I think that might fix my problem here. So we need to reset the puzzle, but I think we can get back to this spot. So we're gonna do a reset. Excellent, good to hear. On your old PC at the moment. Nice, nice, nice. I think that's nice. Hopefully it's a good thing. You are here at the stream hanging out. Either way, that's what matters. Okay, so we go in and we break belt is shift. Because now I can do this eventually. Can I? Yes. Right. We don't do it yet. Not yet. Oh, I see. Got you. One of those kind of projects. I may or may not be familiar with that kind of thing, but it happens. It's part of the computer life. Right. Okay, okay. I think we're making some progress here. So now we turn on the rule Kiki is move. We go and we sit in our little cubby hole here. And we do that. And we do that. No, we don't do that. We wait, and then we do that. We do that. And we wait some more. Now we have belt is push in a way that lets us get back is and push, I think. So now the next step is push our belts, which Kiki's gonna push one of them for us, which is fine. We're gonna push the other one here into this spot, I think. And then we're gonna push that like that. So now that should all be set up. And now we start situating these out here. Can I push this by you? I guess eventually, eventually we win the pushing wars. Yeah, we just have to put these up here like this. So now we go like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm feeling good about this now. Feeling good about this. Okay. I think this works now. I think this might do it. We can just make belt is shift and stuff should work out the way we want it. Kiki is trapped in there. But I think that's okay. Because she keeps pushing down the words for us. Did we win? I think we won. Okay. Now the question is, what do we do? I think what we're going to do, I'm very curious to see what happens with end. But we're going to try flag is win first, because that's what we know. That's what we know to be how we normally solve a puzzle. And I'm assuming that this puzzle is still going to be here after we get the win. So we should be able to try the puzzle over and get the end, right? I'm going to assume that there is nothing here that I can get locked out of. If it is, then we'll do a different file. But we'll take the win first. And we get a dandelion. Okay. So it does act in that regard like any other puzzle we've solved so far. Now let's do it again. Boogie, what's going on, my dude? How you been? Playing any disc golf? Is it disc golf weather yet? Okay, that feels pretty good. So that one was more approachable than I thought. But it did take some thinking. It's not like I just looked at this puzzle today for the first time. So the whole fresh brain treatment still is one of those things you gotta do. Okay, let's do the thing again. I just need to remember how to do this. Let's do Kiki. Put Kiki here. Get that into spawn. Okay, okay. Go ahead. Turn that off. And now we should be able to make rock is weak. And now this rock should go away. And now, what is going to happen? If you don't want to know what's going to happen, look away now. But I think this is the end? Question mark? Da 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 da. Oh my god. Oh, I can move still. What have we done? Oh my god, we can collect all these. This is hilarious. Whee! Gotta catch them all. Oh, that's cute. I love the sound effects. Whee! And the music. Oh my god. Oh, it's... Oh my goodness. Achievement unlocked. Baba is end. This game is so non-linear in its progression. I kind of had a feeling that this might be what happens. I'm a little worried as to what the fate of our save file is. I'm gonna hope that our friend RV has not left us high and dry, having to redo a bunch of stuff. But for now, we are going to enjoy the wonderful credits here of Baba Is You. I love the little audio remix as well. I mean, we've got a lot more to do in this game, but already it is clearly one of my favorites. It just does such a great job at giving you those moments of discovery. You know, it gives you enough of an idea of what something is with the keywords, but then there is so much to deduce as to how everything works. What's up, Shock? I've been online for 30 minutes. You didn't even know? Twitch and its dang notifications. Congrats on beating the level. That was a cool little, yeah, level finale. Very interesting. Obviously don't know exactly how the game is going to progress overall, but I get the sense that there is going to be like tons more. That it also says level finale, not game finale. So obviously I want to be in the dark on all this, and we'll figure things out, but I guess we have an ending. We have an ending, which is cool. Cool stuff. Baba is best sheep cat. Is that the official canon here? I actually don't want to know, but that does look like if there were such a thing as a sheep cat, I could believe that is what Baba is. Okay, now. Cool. So the way that animation happened suggests to me that there is going to be something different, potentially, that happens when you have a lot more dandelions. Again, rhetorical wondering. We'll figure all that out one of these days, maybe. But the fact that they the dandelions were all getting sucked into the daisy singularity there at the end, or whatever our big flower is called here, makes me think that if we collect more, we might be able to power our singularity even further. Okay, well, cool. Credits achieved. We're done. Great stream, everybody. See you next time. Just kidding. Let's get back to... Let's actually get back... No, we're not going to go to Rocket Trip. We have an extra world on Rocket Trip that I am not ready. I don't have any ideas. I have no new breakthroughs on that one yet. But I think I might have something slightly different on the extra here, although I don't know if it's going to cut it. I was pretty confident that we were going to be able to get the level finale. This one, I did have a realization that I was completely overlooking, I think. Let's play around with this one for a little bit. I still don't know if it's going to help me, but we got to experiment. What I had not considered, I was doing two things at once. I was pushing the rock here onto the skull and then making my kiki. However, what if I don't do that yet? What if I put my rock just, I don't know, somewhere here? I think what that will let me do is transform a different piece of text, such as on. So maybe I actually want my rock over a little further. Maybe I want the rock right here. So now let's see what this does. Let's try to do the same text that we did before, where we say text on rock. I think I get rid of the on, because if I'm getting rid of, well, let's try this and see. Let's just try this and see, because I think our on becomes a Kiki, because text when it's on a rock becomes Kiki. So now we have a very new scenario. We have both. Oh shit. Hold on. I actually have 2 Kikis. Is this okay? This is okay, isn't it? I did not anticipate this. Maybe this is our win. Because what happened here, funny enough. Oh, I have a new rule. That's what happened. So okay. So I take one step and I have my phrase, text on rock is Kiki. That becomes active. So that is now a new rule. And now the program processes that new rule and sees that on is on a rock. And so on becomes a Kiki object. At the same time, I have now created a new rule. I no longer have text on rock is Kiki. I have rock is Kiki. Which maybe I want. That might be okay. But I have to wait one step. I have to do either take a step or just wait. So if I take a step, now that rock becomes Kiki. I think I could have broken this. Let me make sure. So I could prevent that if I want. But I don't think I want to. I wasn't expecting it either, Mooney, and that's one of the fantastic things about Baba Is You is you're processing all the logic and all these, I mean, how many rules did we have to go through there and sit through and think about, okay, this rule and that rule and that rule. And then even then, there was still some other thing that we hadn't even considered would be a possibility. So I think I might want 2 Kikis though, because doesn't this allow me to just do this? Oh, but now we have a problem. Okay, no, I forgot. We have not eliminated the skull. We have not eliminated the skull. Possibilities have opened up, Mabian, but we, I think, have to back this up because I think this might be a fail state. I still need to do this, right? I still need to do skull on Kiki and rock. And now I don't think I can get a rock. If I get a rock, it's going to be 2 rocks and no Kikis. I either have 2 Kikis and no rocks or 2 rocks and no Kikis. And I don't think I think I need one of each. So let's back things up here. Let's go. I think I need to move my stuff up a line, not like that. I think I need to move everything up a line, which means I actually need to make rock push one more time here. Because I want to break this phrase, but I also don't want to push this up against the wall because then I can't push it up. So let's just do this a little differently. Let's make rock push. Push this up here. Okay. Now, actually, I want not that. So I want to be able to break this part of the phrase. So I need to be pushing this like I was before to make Kiki and then not have Kiki. Okay. So now I should be able to make rock push again. Not that. Keep all our pieces in play here. We put our rock on the skull. Now we say Kiki is push. Now we should be able to get rid of the skull. Dang, do we still have the same problem? Do we still have the same problem? So let's say we have Kiki as push. The problem still is I can only make one thing push at a time. Except Except now we don't need one of each. We've gotten rid of the skull. Right? And now we have two rocks that are kind of sitting on top of each other. It looks like just one rock, but we actually have two. And so only one should get destroyed here. Dang it. Okay, that's... Dang, they both sink. God damn it, Shock. Why? I thought I had two, Mooney. So it's not like... There's a similar mechanic, open and shut, that would have worked if we had had two rocks that were open and water was shut. I think this would have worked, but sync operates differently. Yeah, that's just how sync works apparently. So sync can actually sync multiple instances of an object, multiple objects at once. If they are both, it just takes whatever is in that square and it's gone. Takes everything with it. Well, fuck. On to the next puzzle, folks. No. Huh. This feels so close. This feels so close. Let's go back to where we had... We know we have to have one of each, otherwise we're not getting rid of the skull, right? This much at least... I mean, I don't know if I had to push them both in there. What else can I do? What else can I do? I can say... I could theoretically turn... rock or Kiki into text. That would give me an additional keyword. How would that help? Could I have kept my on that way? I'm gonna try, Shock, but as is usually the case with these extra puzzles, or as often is the case, there's a key insight that usually ends in a amazing moment of discovery, and I'm sure it's fun to see the other people get to that moment. But it also means that, you know, if you don't see that key insight, you might have to put down the puzzle. Let's think through the possibilities. I'm gonna back it up a bit further. We're gonna back it up a bit further here. Just to the point where I haven't pushed everything across the conveyor. So we get to the point where skull goes bye-bye. Feels like that must happen. What potentially might be different... I'm not sure I can get rid of anything... Oh... Hold on. Mooney also, I think, is waiting on the edge of her seat to see what exactly we're going to be doing here. Can we do this? I think if we do it this way, we might be able to make something. Oh, hold on, though. I still can't quite do what I want to do, though. Dang, I thought maybe this might be the thing, but now that I'm looking at it again, it might not be. But let's try. We have to try at least. What I was thinking this might let us do... See, we don't have room in this. I thought I was going to be able to do something like Kiki on rock is push. But that doesn't even make any sense. It really doesn't matter if we get rid of either text or on, does it? Unless I am switching... Dang, I don't think this is working the way that I thought. Let's keep walking this through, because maybe I shouldn't jump to the conclusion that this is a dead end. That's a dead end. What all can you bring with you past the belt? That's kind of what we're working on, Omaha. We've gotten, this is kind of the same puzzle that you came in on the other day, where we have this issue. Let's first get rid of the skull, and then we'll decide on what we can and cannot take with us. But this is the business that has to happen first. We've done this business before where we preserved text instead of on. And so far, I'm not seeing how that's different, but I can't conclusively point that out just yet. What I think has to happen, though, is this is the first step. Because skull has to move. Skull is defeat. Without skull out of the way, there's no way you get past to the flag. So skull is now gone. And we have access to a Kiki and a rock object, as well as the text for each of those objects. So this is a little different than we had last time, Omaha, because I put my boulder, or I put my rock in a different spot when I made the phrase text on rock is Kiki. So when I created my Kiki, I didn't get rid of the text Kiki, I got rid of the word text. I've also tried getting rid of the word on. I have to get rid of a word. I have to transform a word or a piece of text into an object Kiki. That has to happen, otherwise I don't get rid of the skull. But we can choose, we get to choose what piece of text we turn into Kiki. Okay, so now we're at this point. What all can you bring with us? What can I bring with you past the belt? Right now, Kiki is pushed, so we can put Kiki in there. Sorry, deliberating on some lines here. What we tried to do was this. When we have one of each object, I can't make them both push at the same time. So only one of them right now could go with me past the belt. And if we try to do a scenario where, like, I have a piece of text like on go with me, this was what we had the other day on Sunday when you were here. If you try to do this situation, this gets screwed up because text is float. And so the shift that is applied by the belt only gets applied to Kiki. So Kiki shifts an extra square. Those are now no longer stacked, and therefore I can't walk in here because both of these are push. No dice. So we can't do that. However, what I tried to do just before you got here was transforming one into the other. So what we could do is we can say rock is Kiki. And now we have two Kikis that are stacked on the same square. I'm getting distracted by thinking about the possibilities of unstacking these and wondering if maybe that's the key. But regardless, this scenario here doesn't quite get us home because my thought was, oh, I have two Kikis. One of them will sink the block of water that I need to get by, and I can use the other to push Flagus Wind into place. The problem is that sync doesn't work like that. Dang it. Sync just takes whatever you push into it, two or more, however many objects you've got, and it just sinks them all. frickin' water. Not water particularly, but sink. This dang sink property. Okay. You can only bring 2 objects across. That's a good question, Omaha. What is the limit on objects that we can bring across? If Kiki is push, I could bring 2 Kikis across, but that doesn't get me anywhere, as we just demonstrated. And if I try to bring an extra word with me, that doesn't work because I can't get by. And the same thing would happen if I got rock and on. If I got 2 pieces of text, tried to do the same thing, same behavior. That's been the whole dilemma, is trying to get 2 things across that I can then actually push upward. What happens if I unstack these objects before I duplicate? Can I unstack? I could. I could do that. But I feel like I'm going to get in the same position. I feel like I'm going to get in the same position here. Thinking about too many things. How are you able to get text on top of a thing? So the way to get text on top of a thing is if it is not push. So basically anything that's not push or stop, or I guess pull. But for our purposes, the only words we're worried about here are push or stop. Because text is float. Well, not because text is float. Because if an object just has no properties associated with it, like Kiki right now, text can be on top of it. That's not a problem. Oh, did we end on this one last time? We were looking at it. I can imagine shock. It feels like there's gonna be some sort of... I feel like I'm close to realizing whatever needs to be realized, but we're just a little bit too far away. So, wait a second. No, but that doesn't work either. Let's try something. Let's just try something. You have a question, but you're gonna wait. I might ask for that question, but let me try to work through a little bit more here first. Do I want to make... It shouldn't matter which one I transform. It shouldn't matter which one I transform here. Hopefully that answered your question, Omaha. Feel free to let me know if not. So now that I've done this, let's make Kiki push. The problem here... That's actually multiple problems. That is multiple problems. Because now all these elements are push, so none of them can stack. I would have to make Kiki no longer push, but then if I do that, I'm taking a step past the conveyor belt. Right? Doing this. And then, yay, I have a word on, but now I don't have anything else I can push. And again, if I try to take a piece of text with me, that's no go. How do I get 2 things onto the other side? Do I have to have them stacked? And if I do have them stacked, am I able to, like... stack 2 pieces of text. I don't think stacking 2 pieces... I can stack 2 pieces of text, but even if I could, I don't think that helps me either. I need to be able to not just stack. If I am stacking, I need to be able to separate as well. You have to have... Uh-oh, gamer gets it. Sometimes being in that, like, there's a different... I noticed there's a different, for me at least, when I'm on stream, it can sometimes be tough to have the, like, just sort of sitting back and relaxing your brain enough to just see what's there. Go ahead and ask your question, Shock. Why am I trying to get text over? Okay. Let me think about that one for a second. I wanted to keep backing up until this point. I feel pretty confident in that we have to at least get the board into... Bear with me, chat. Wow, there was more, huh? Where does this thing end? Hello? I apparently was doing a lot of walking and talking. There we go. Feel pretty confident about it getting to this point. Why are you trying to get text over? As of right now, I am not seeing a way I don't think I can change the position of the belt. If I could, like, push the belt 1 square to the right, we'd probably have a solved puzzle. But the fact that the belt is right there... I need to get past water is sink. You have a refinement to your question? Let me try to work with what you've given me for now, Shock. I feel like even that question is more than enough to at least get me thinking in a different direction. So you might be sensing me going down a wrong road, but maybe that's okay for now. We might be at the point where I just need to, you know, let this puzzle sit some more. Let myself stew on it. Because the one thing the one feeling that I do want to make sure, thank you for that follow, Drama. I want to make sure that I'm not, I sometimes have a tendency, you know, like, oh, there's a lot of people watching. We need to solve this so that they can see the solution or see me solve it. That is one desire that sneaks into your mind. But also, I still want to try to get the solution as organically as possible. So I don't want to feel like there's any... I don't think anybody in chat is putting this pressure. This is pressure I put on myself. Is to, like, okay, maybe I'll take a hint from somebody because we need to get this puzzle solved. I would much rather let the puzzle sit for multiple streams than feel like there was anything inorganic about getting to the solution. So if we have to set it down and come back later, we'll do that. Okay. To answer the original question, I don't know if I've answered the original question. The problem here with if I'm trying to take 0 pieces of text, I need to get past 1 square of water, right? In order to get to my flag eventually, I've got to get past 1 square on this row of water. And then I need something that is going to push flag is win into place. And it can't be me, because otherwise I sink, right? There's something that I'm overlooking in that sequence there. That seems like there's nothing that can change about that. Our eventual win condition has to be... This is why I'm thinking there have to be two things. What I theoretically could do is have... I don't necessarily... If I'm just looking at this part of the puzzle, I don't necessarily need an object and a piece of text. I could, theoretically, like, if there were some way that I could figure out to make both Rock and Kiki push, maybe that is possible and it's just staring me in the face. I don't see that, though. But if I could have both of these push, and I could, like, push them separately... No, but even then, we're going to run into some problems, right? Because if I'm trying to live in the world where I push two objects, the only way to get them across the belt with me still able to get in myself is if they're stacked, right? If I try to push them in separately, they line up here and here, and I'm blocked. So that's why it feels like... Now... So is there some way to get text and a piece stacked that I've overlooked here? I've given myself access to both Rock and Kiki, which we didn't have the other day. But I don't think I can do anything additionally with On. One of the key things with the game is I can't, like, arrange things in an L formation. Everything has to be in one row. It has to be either horizontal or vertical. So I can't say something like, I can't say something like this, which would be maybe part of the solution. I don't even know if that would help me solve the puzzle if I could make this, but this is not illegal. This is not syntax. This isn't Baba syntax. I think text is the one we want to transform. I've tried it also with On. It feels like these are both equivalent. That I can't really do anything with either of these after this. The only thing theoretically I might want to do is say Rock is text or Kiki is text. How would that help me? Maybe On is the one that we want to be getting rid of. I know, SK, right? Maybe On is the one that's a little safer to get rid of, because how can we do anything with On? I don't think we can use On after this, so might as well get rid of that one. This might be a distinction without a difference. So I do this, and then I immediately break that rule so that my Rock does not transform into Kiki. So now I have Rock and Kiki. Now, I believe I am required to push both the Rock and Kiki onto the skull, because otherwise there's no way to make the skull weak. Right? That feels like the minimum requirement. Or it's always the most dangerous thing to say in a puzzle game, this has to happen. Based on my understanding, it feels like this has to happen. Are you allowed to say something else is text? Rock is text, Kiki is text? Yes. I can. And I was wondering about that and how it might help me. So we could say Kiki is text. But I feel like we're in the same spot. I feel like we have the same problem that we've always had here. Because that happens. It just converts it back to a text version. Which is float. Both M Doom and SK were wondering about the same thing, yeah. I now have 2 pieces of text across, but neither one of them sync. So that's a new way to die, at least, that we found. Oh boy, we're at the hour 47 mark. I might need to take a break, folks. This might be a good time for us to take a little breather. This feels so close. That feeling in a puzzle game when you feel like you are right on the cusp. Is there an obvious sequence here that I'm missing? We've tried this scenario. How do I separate these two in a way that is... in a way that still allows me... Break time, folks. Out of my game. Out of my game. Secret Garden. Don't come back. Ah, it was sitting there the whole time like it always is. Thank y'all for hanging in there. Thank y'all for hanging in there. That was very important. It was very important to delete on. I'm glad that's what we went back to. We were sitting there staring at a puzzle for the longest time with the text. The text gone. And so we had taken that idea off of our visual radar. That feels good. That feels good. We got it, Sparky. Let's review for those that have missed. We'll do a victory lap here. We'll do a victory lap. Just for you, Sparky. Just for you, my dude. It was sitting there the whole time. It was sitting there the whole time. But what we do is... that feels good. That feels so good. I feel like an idiot for not seeing it sooner, but it also feels so good. All right. Step 1, make a kiki. Step 2, don't make another kiki. Step 3, push a thing. Step 4, push another thing. Step 5, push that thing more. Step 6. God damn it. Oh, we'll do the alternate line here. We'll do the alternate line. Haha. For completion. Do I get an achievement for this? That's how you stack the dang objects. Oh my god. Oh, I think SK and MDoom get at least partial credit on that one because they both had the kind of instigator idea of transforming, which is what we needed to get across the finish line. We just need to do it at the right time, right? And I hadn't quite thought of the right time to do it. But let's, god damn it, I refreshed. I keep forgetting to alt-tab back to the dang game. There goes my Twitch chat again. Let's see what we're looking at here. New puzzle, new puzzle. What was it called again? Blockade. What do we got going on with Blockade? Stars win. Pillar is pillar. Text is float. Moon is you. Moon is you. Where's Mooney? Water is sink. Hedge and pillar are stop. And we have access to pillar is push as well as rock and on. All right. So moon is you. We have to find a way. We have to find a way. It's not clear that we have to make star be the win, but it does seem that we have to get past the water. One way or the other, the water has to be traversed. And then we can probably get to star as win, but we could theoretically make something else win. But one way or another, it looks like we do need to get past the water. That seems to be the primary challenge here. How do we do that? How do we do that? We have pillar is push. We can also make rock is push, but we have 3 rows of water to get by. And text is float. Very key, text is float, so the text cannot be used to sink any of the water. More on shenanigans, not like this. On might be one of my favorites, Sparky. At least once I figured it out. I think I have it figured out. At least in how it works. All the ways that you can potentially use it, we'll see. Now, what does it let us do in this case? What does it let us do here? Interestingly, this phrase, water is sink, has been positioned such that we can't make any sort of, we can't make an on phrase using either sink or water here. I don't know if that could, that would probably be helpful to do something, maybe, maybe not. I don't know what it would mean to say, well, I guess it would mean if I said rock is pillar on water, that means that the rock turns into a pillar when it's on the water. Although, I don't know if it lets us do that order. I feel like we've tried that before. But maybe not. Oh, that's interesting. Let me see something here. We might have tested this order before, but I'm not sure. I feel like these should be, what I'm gonna try to do here should be equivalent phrases, but let's see. If I say, I know I can say that rock on pillar is push, but can I also say that rock is push on pillar? Will the game let me do that? God damn it. I don't know if this is important, but I want to see if I can do it. It just says rock is push. I think we had tested that. So the order is quite important, or it's quite particular. It has to be this. So now only when the rock is on the pillar is it push. Okay, I'm also noticing that pillar is pillar, right? Pillar is pillar, and hedge and pillar is stop. So are we supposed to do something where we're like continuously making pillars or something? Is there some weird funky condition here? Because it does seem like we need more than 2 objects to get across the water, right? We have the ability to do some transformation stuff, but only in one direction. So if I try to say rock is pillar, that'll work. The rock will get transformed into a pillar if I do this. But I can't do it the other way around. Pillar is rock does not work. Because it gets overridden by pillar is pillar. Yeah, something like that, Sparky. Pillar is pillar, rock is push, brain is explode. Brain is dead. Thing always makes me laugh, something about the redundancy of the description. Yeah. Now, can we use this to our advantage? Can we use this to our advantage? What are we allowed to do? What are we allowed to do? If we say, it doesn't make any sense to do something like this. But obviously we could do this. We would need to push the pillar first, I think. Problem is, I don't think that helps us. I don't think that helps us at all. Are we gonna have to do something with this phrase here? Are we gonna need to add to water is sink? We could say, I'm not sure that would help us though. Pillar on water is sink or rock on water is sink. Doesn't seem like that helps us much. What exactly? This doesn't exactly do anything because pillar is stop. Why are they giving us this particular set of words? If I just push the pillar over here, it's not going to create multiple instances of pillar. It just sinks. I could transform rock into pillar, but not the other way around. Why is it wanting me not to be able to transform pillar? Why is that a thing? Am I supposed to break water is sink? Is that the ultimate goal here? Is to get something somewhere in a position where I can somehow break water is sink. I'm not exactly sure how I would do that. Because I'm not able to kind of... The only situations I can think of were situations where I could kind of play with who is you. But in this case, we're stuck with moon is you. This one is a tough one just to approach, SK. Sparky might be getting it? Okay, okay. We just need to figure out things that we can, like, experiment with. Like, I could make rock is water, right? I could make water somewhere wherever I want it. Is there some place that I would want to make water? Actually, I couldn't even do it, could I? Not even that is possible. Unless I first clear the water a bit. What's the starting idea on this? Yeah, how would we break it without making something else you, or having a belt? Even a belt I don't think would necessarily do it because text is flowed. Another you. Pillar is push. We can also make rock as push. We could put these two on top of each other. And then, what phrase? Rock on pillar is push, or pillar on rock is push. Is there some way to make both rock is push as well as pillar on rock is push? Because right now pillar is stop, but pillar is also push. We would need access to another is, I think. Or another text piece for rock. Because if I say pillar on rock is push, like that's all well and good for one square, but then like that's not getting me anywhere. So what is it that I'm... Dang. There's so little to do, it feels like. They're giving us access, though, to this water is sink. I keep coming back to seeing this is open here. There are things we can do. But it feels like not very much. Here, we could potentially make something. Maybe that's what we should be focused on. But once again, pillar on rock is sink. Pillar on rock is sink. How does that help us? What I really need is I need like 3 objects to get us across here, right? Pillar on rock is push. Your idea isn't working because reasons, but you feel like you understand the core goal. I am not at that point yet. I am not at that point. This is... Sometimes these puzzles, you just walk up to one and it's like, what? It's one thing when you have a puzzle that's like, okay, there's so much to digest and so much to try. This one feels like there's so little to try. Which maybe means we should come back to it? This is one of the few ones where there's been very few puzzles where I've just felt like almost out of ideas from the get-go. Rock on water is sink. Is that even a thing we could do if we wanted? I think we could. We'd have to, like, destroy 2 things, wouldn't we? Are you having a realization, Mabian? Thought you saw something, then remembered text is float. The toughie. I think I actually see how to solve it. You just use your magic wand. Dang it, how did I not think of that? We have rock and we have on. What does that let us do? We have on specifically. What does on let us do? What does on let us do? Are we able to change the elevation of water is sink and somehow... Or are we able to get words above it? Well, if we were able to get words above it, let's not worry about the mechanics of getting words above. What phrases could lead us to something? The only phrases that I'm seeing are either rock on water is sink or pillar on water is sink. And that feels very redundant because right now water is already sink. We would just be creating a phrase that when we push something to the water, we get sink. However, it would not be redundant because we would no longer be sink. The water would no longer be sink. It would be sink only. So this is the problem now, is the mechanics of the puzzle, except we can just do it like this. Maybe not. Okay, so there is a mechanics problem here. So this is where we do need to, there's not a straightforward mechanical solution, but I think if we can engineer a spot where that square and that square are both gone, that allows us to push words into position here and here, right? And that would allow us to deactivate the water is sink. So now we simply need a scenario where we can use these words to push rock and pillar in some creative way. And I think we might have already found that creative way by experimenting around just for shits and giggles. Let's see if we can put it together. Okay, still a little tricky. Not as straightforward as I was thinking. Maybe I need to push them both onto the square below. Not the square below, but the square to the right. Rock on! I found Sparky's idea. Okay, okay. You've been working at it and it's rough going though. So I see what you mean, Sparky, now. Took me a second, but I see, or I think I see what the core idea needs to be. But this one is a much more of a, at this point now, is a mechanical, I would say a mechanical, how do we actually set things up puzzle, which is no joke. As we saw in that extra puzzle that the secret garden that we were stuck on. Okay, let's, I'm just gonna reset. Let's just reset, and let's put How do we want to do this? Pillar is stop. Pillar is stop. So if we want to get these on the same square, we have to do this. Although I'm not sure that we want to get them on the same square. You think you have it, SK? Or you see what I'm trying to do? Oh, was it? Okay. You think it was solvable from where I reset? Maybe I need to be looking closer at that. I think I have to push pillar out of the way and make rock push first. So you're thinking... So what's the difficulty that I thought if we get to this spot? What I was trying to do was separate... No, wait a second. No, the difficulty is... Let's just walk through it here and let me not... I guess I could just do pillar as push like this, right? So I don't necessarily have to make some funky thing just yet. If I go like this... I still have not made rock push. I still have not made rock push. And if I go to make rock push, I end up with a rock over here because I have to push it once to get back in here. And now I can't, I need to get it over here to destroy this square. That's the difficulty, is how do we destroy this square? That's why it felt like I was stuck. Can I engineer... Rubber ducking mode in full right now. Okay. Rock... We can say rock is push, but that isn't actually helpful at this point right here. Also, I don't think it's helpful to say rock on pillar is push, right? Except it does let me get through here, I guess? Oh. What if... No, I can't push text into this, right? I can't push text into here, otherwise we're stuck. Right? Text is flow, but I don't get to go under the text because it's push. I was trying to think maybe there's some convoluted way to like stick text in this tunnel here and then like break some bit of text at the end here. But... Do I need... Like, how can I get here while something is still in this column and pushable? I need something to be in this column, right? Is there any other way to do this? If this block is open here, I can't quite push a piece of text to this grid. I push the text here, but then I have no way to push it to the right, which is why I think I need both of these eliminated. But that's the puzzle right now, is how... I was gonna ask SK if you still thought that this was winnable from this stage. Oh, because a pillar is stop. They're giving us this on. They're at least giving us the on because that's what we need to put here, right? In order to deactivate the water from being sink. What am I missing? It could be we're thinking along the wrong lines. Maybe we don't have the core solution. That feels like if that's not the solution, what else is? Or the core goal. If that ain't it. Getting tempted to check your solution? They're also telling us pillar is pillar. So are they trying to tell me that I want to make 2 pillars? Is that supposed to be part of the solution? Like, are we supposed to do something here where we make a pillar on top of the rock and then transform the rock into pillar? What would that let us do? I don't see that that would let us do anything because, as we have learned, sync works by taking whatever, even if you push 2 objects into 1 square, they both disappear. And besides, even if we had 2 objects, even if only one disappeared, I don't see any way to push that second object to the other square. Seems less useful to have 2 pillars, yeah. But it's curious that they are giving us pillar is pillar and not rock is rock. Why are they not preventing... Why are they only preventing transformation in one direction? Just to make sure that you don't get around this pillar is stop? So why is pillar is stop and why is transforming a pillar not allowed? Why is that not allowed? If pillar were not stop, what would that do? If pillar were not stop, what would that do? I'm not even sure what that would do. Oh, really, SK? If it weren't stop, your solution would work? What would that do? I need to simplify my thinking here. Pillar is pillar and hedge and pillar is stop. If pillar is stop, that means that you cannot push something onto it, but you can push it onto other things that are not stop or push. So it means that you cannot push text onto it. It also means that you could not push rock onto it when rock is push. If we had 2 rocks, or if we had 2 objects that were, if pillar were not stop, and I tried to put both of them on top of each other like this, I could say rock on pillar is push, and then I could push like this, and then I would have 2 things that were not pushable. Is there some sort of like knot that I can do here? There's no knot. It's almost like you want something to be push. I don't think that would work either. They have set up the spacing in this little cubby hole in such a particular way, right? Like once you've pushed something past this spot to here, there doesn't seem to be any way to get it back to this column. Which feels like when it's that feeling, Sparky, it's like Gotta be something we're missing. SK's stuck too, actually, huh? Maybe we'll move on to another puzzle. I had that initial little realization. But now the mechanics are escaping me. If we could break this right here, right? That feels like the main objective. If you could break that, is there a world where you don't break that square and you still get to win? I don't think so. Can we make some phrase here first? Could we say that something is sync? I don't think that helps us. And also I'd have the same problem. I don't think I could even make that phrase. I don't even think I could make a phrase down here that says something is sync because of the same problem that we're facing with pushing stuff past this grid space. We could, I guess by the same extension, we also cannot turn anything into water, which doesn't necessarily help us either, but we're sort of like, we're just like eliminating potential things to do. Oh, hell yeah, Sparky, GG's. I'm glad someone's getting it. Mabian's got to check. Okay. Good job, Sparky. We know at least one reason why they're giving us this on. Or at least we think we do. And it, I think, has to do with putting something here. Is it usable by us in any other way? We could make pillar is rock. But having two pillars doesn't seem... If you just have pillar on rock is push, and it's not on a rock, it just doesn't move, right? It's still stop. It's still stop. So what the heck? Can I get at this spot and then have rock become push? Can I, like... Okay, we can put stuff in here and make phrases with it. And then we could theoretically go here to break one of them, right? Maybe that's the key. That's the last thing we want to push in. Getting ahead of myself here. Dang it. Also, I have another problem. Maybe it's... Let me just try to... Let's not think too far ahead. Let's just try this first. This is not quite gonna cut it. It's not quite gonna cut it. But I don't quite know another way to do it yet. Yeah, see, it's not quite gonna cut it. I need the phrase to be one lower. I need it to be one lower. I'm interested in what a word combination does that I haven't seen. I think we have the word combination, but the problem is I don't have it in quite the right spot. Because I need to be able to push on here, not rock. And so that's my problem. Hi, Kremty. How you doing? I'm trying to get across the finish line on this puzzle, and I thought I might have had it. Not there yet, though. What I was trying to do, maybe, and sure, no problem. What I would like to do is I would like to engineer a scenario where I say pillar on rock is push, and I'm right here. That's what I had in my mind. I wanted to see, could I do that? Maybe I can still do it, but I'm not sure I can. Because if I could... Never mind, that actually wouldn't work, would it? It still doesn't quite work the way I need it. Because I go to disable the phrase like this, but now I'm on the wrong side of the push. So not even that works. So this is turning into a harebrained scheme here. Dead end. Eventually, SK, I thought this was on the right track because in my world, I wanted to live in the rock being used to delete this and then pillar being pushed to the right. And then if we have the phrase that says pillar on water is sink, water's no longer sink. If I can make this phrase, pillar on water is sink, game over, we win. That's what I'm trying to get to here. But I can't delete this dang bit of water in order to push pillar over to the right. Like, I don't care that pillar's gone. All I care about is making water not sink. And the logic of that phrase changes completely if I can put pillar on before it. It feels like I'm very close. I had this whole realization like, okay, maybe we can actually make a different phrase in here that I can actually have control over. Like, that feels like we're on to something. If I can somehow engineer a phrase that says pillar on rock is push, because that's the first dilemma we're trying to get around here. I would love to be able to push this rock up to the water, but I need to find a way to do that when I'm right here and the rock is still here. How do I make rock push when this alignment of objects exists? Because right now, I only have the words over here. I go to make rock push, and I can't get over to this side. and then I have no way of pushing the rock back over to this column. Right? So I thought I was onto something clever with all the text in there, because it felt like I would be getting two birds with one stone. I would be setting up my phrase that I need to be able to break, because if I say pillar on rock, similar to the whole pillar on water is sink thing, if I do this, pillar on rock is push, rock's not push. Now it's almost like I need another U to go break that phrase over there. What am I missing? What am I missing? What happens when push is activated while you're in an object already? Does it move with you, or do you move out of it first? We can set it up here, I think. Just to give you a demonstration. We're on the rock for one move, and then as soon as we move, we're outside of the rock. It doesn't move with us. Now we're pushing it. That's what I was on. Okay, that is the idea that I was on for a second, SK. I somehow got derailed from it, but I was thinking about that particular scenario that you just reminded me of. I think I had discarded it for another reason. Because here's one of the problems with aligning text inside of this area the way that I had wanted to. Let's say that I put this in first, and I start my phrase here that I want to say, pillar on rock is push, where I have is as the completion, right? Let's say is the last thing that I push into place here. No, but again, that's creating the same problem, right? I really would want to create, maybe I don't need to be as fancy as I'm trying to be. Am I trying to be too fancy about this? Do I just need to engineer a scenario where rock is push? Is that doable? While I'm right here in this square? I might have screwed myself with the placement of this push, so we might need to back up. Let's try. How the heck do I do this? I don't even know if I don't even know if this is possible to do. Unless I do it like rock is win. Maybe that's the way to do this. Not win, but push, excuse me. That would be the way. I could make rock is push, and then I'm here. I'm going to assume that I don't need the pillar. Let's start with that. Now let's do this. And I'll try not to slouch. Ugh. I slouched too much. There may be some future problems with this, but this at least gets us our next goal that we were trying to accomplish, right? I think we might have got it, folks. I think. That's a fucking GG. This game is amazing. SK, I think, once again, gets partial credit. Even if it's unintentional, right? Even if it's asking the right questions. Asking the right questions sometimes are just all you need. You love to see it. That one feels good, Sparky. GG's to you as well. Maybe in as well. Whew, hell yeah. Jaywalkers United. I already like the title. I like the title. I know, the naming convention here. Jaywalkers United, what could this possibly be? Oh boy, that's a lot of Kikis. That's a lot of jaywalking Kikis. Kiki is move. Oh god, I'm weak. Wait, what just happened? Actually, I don't know what happened. Oh shit. Okay, hold on a second here. Wait a second. Are we playing... Oh, Kiki's not defeat. But Tile is defeat. We're playing like a big game of Snake here, aren't we? Oh my god, okay. Wow. This is gonna be fun. Interesting. The puzzle is just cracking me up. It's just cracking me up. This is nuts, SK. Exactly. Oh, the Kikis are laying the asphalt. Yeah, Kikis are making asphalt. Okay, okay. Kiki make Tile. Tile is defeat. Kiki is move. Wow. So we cannot be steamrolled. We also cannot retrace our own steps. Because Baba make grass. Grass is stop and defeat. Wait a second. Grass is stop. Why am I able to walk over the grass? Is that not grass? Baba make grass. Grass is stop and defeat. What? Hold on. Grass is stop. Oh, it's because I stopped on the grass that I'm already on. It's this time step logic, right? So time steps, the whole time step of, it's an interesting ordering thing that's happening. You're making the grass. By taking a step, you're making the grass. However, that operation is coming after the check for defeat. It has to be, right? So this time step we're able to dodge because the game logic, that check for defeat is some line of code higher than the one that says Baba make grass. So as soon as I try to walk the other direction, I stopped. And now it goes through and says, oh, nope, you're on grass, it's defeat. Let's stop this rampant urban expansion, save the beautiful Baba countryside. Gotta stop Kiki from paving paradise, putting up the parking lot. Okay. So we can... What else do we have? Hedge is stop, as usual. Rock is push, but we can change that. We also have rock on me is win. Now, me is it's very different from you. Me is not a property, me is an object. Right now, there is no me. Me is like a little purple friend like Kiki. Rock on me is win. So somehow we need a scenario where the rock is on top of me, the object. And then we need to be on the rock in order for it to be the win. We also have flag on rock is me. Flag on rock is me. So if we push the rock to the flag, it will transform into me. Obviously, we can potentially play with a lot of the text here. A lot of the text is out in the open. One of the things potentially we could do is transform the grass, but we cannot transform tiles. So I've already taken steps to the left, which is actually where I want to go. So what happens if we try to do this? Oh, actually, well, tile is defeat. I just want to wall off the Kikis. Well, no, but I need to do this as well. One escaped. And I feel like they did that on purpose. I was gonna say, I can build a wall to stop the Kikis. But if I do the wall that stops most of the Kikis, like if I just go like this, me is gonna be lost. Now, interestingly, we are able to preserve. We're able to preserve the text, flag on rock is me. So maybe this is their way. Maybe they've set up this puzzle in such a way to prevent us from like taking some of the text from flag on rock is me to use it somewhere else. That's my initial sense here that I'm getting. My initial sense is that things are spaced out perfectly to allow you to preserve that phrase by blocking off the Kikis only up until the point where that one makes it through. And that one making it through is now going to prevent... Well, no, it's actually not going to prevent us, per se, because we could circle around, but we are kind of cutting ourselves off from the rest of the puzzle. Like, there is a space to walk back here, right? But I'm also cutting myself off from the puzzle unless I transform the grass. But if I transform the grass... Also, no, I can't get to it anyways because the bottom's blocked off. That feels like what we've done with this puzzle. Everything is spaced out perfectly to allow me to do this. Carry on with the puzzle, but you don't get to mess with that phrase over there. Let's operate in that world. We'll keep it in the back of our minds as maybe something to explore if we're desperate. Now, maybe we do want to break it. It's possible that I don't want that phrase to be active. That's another possibility. Flag on rock is me. Rock on me is win. We kind of need it to be active, don't we? Because we need me. We need the flag to turn into me by getting a rock to it. Rock on me is win. Rock on me is win. That is our win condition, right? There's no way to break that, is there? We're not able to make multiple instances of you, and we're not even able to push this anyway. So I think rock on me is our win condition, which means that it is going to be, rock is going to be the win, but it has to be on me. And the only way to make a me is by bringing the rock to the flag. Now, part of the problem with that is we're creating, I walk through here, how am I getting back over to that? How am I getting back to the flag? It's almost like I need to be able to transform the grass. Tile is defeat. Tile is defeat. Okay. So I'm only allowed to take this much with me here? I would love to know what happens. One of the phrases I'm thinking about making is Baba make grass on rock or Baba make grass on flag. I think so, SK. That was a wait, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like whatever, however this is coded, I'm imagining like a one big loop that's just checking a whole bunch of conditions. And it just so happens that the condition that checks for defeat is earlier in the process than the condition that actually does the make, or the function that actually does the make. So the make happens after the defeat has already been checked once, but then you loop around, now you check defeat and you're on grass. But I would love to be able to make, I don't think I can actually do it on this puzzle though, but I'm thinking about making something like Baba make grass on rock. I almost want to go to an earlier puzzle, but I don't know if I have make and on. I don't know if I have make and on one puzzle. This might be the first time we're combining these. We had one before where they were on the same, didn't we? That was a fun one. Was it the one we just did? No, there's no make on this one. I think this might be the first puzzle, unless 6 had one. This was the one with all the keys, right? But there's no on here. No, there is an on, but we can't do anything with it. We can't, like, say, make and on in the same phrase. So that is the one thing that I'm curious about. Maybe it's not needed for this puzzle and I'm getting sucked into something that's distracting. One of the first objectives is just understanding where you are able to move. In what way are you able to move? Like, clearly I could book it for this here, right? Clearly, I could book it up here. And now I'm at the rock. Okay. Yay, I made it to the rock. So what? It's not like I can go and push the rock back to where... Because grass is stop. So it's almost like... Actually, I have to go this way, don't I? Is that the key? The problem is, though, that flag on rock is me is broken. But this at least lets us get over here to the rock. Like, yay. Like, if that was a thing, or if the phrase flag on rock is me was still intact, flag on rock is me, that gives us a me, rock on me is win. Now, the problem is, rock is still push. Key problem. But we would at least have a win condition. Can we at least get a win condition? Can we find a way to at least generate a win condition? What happens if I do this? Not quick enough. Not quick enough. Not quick enough. Okay, you're thinking something similar. Like, there's this, right? We've done this. That gets us out. I can't really go this way. Can't really go that way at all, can I? Like, maybe I could go one square? I could do that, but that's still not good enough for what I'm trying to do. What I was wondering, they've clearly left grass out in the open. The word grass. So we could say grass is rock. That would be great. But I don't think that I can actually do that. Because if I try... Well, I could actually do that, couldn't I? Maybe not. Maybe not. It doesn't quite work. Unless I'm not playing the right game of Snake here. Grasses stop. Why did you have to make grasses stop? Why? Is this actually Like some sort of weird... Surely not. Why, Sparky? Why? Why? All of a sudden, I've got the beach vault puzzle from The Witness in my mind. I know, they're preventing exactly what I want to do. Because then it would be too easy. Then it would be too easy. Can we push? Can we make... Grass is rock. Somehow, some way. I don't think so. How would we do it? This doesn't feel right. Because we're just getting further and further away. Eventually we're getting walled in somewhere. I don't think I can actually push... How would I get them lined up? It would need to be... It would need to be something like... I forgot that is not stop. So it would have to be something like... That doesn't help me though, because now I can't go down here to push it up. So it essentially is stop. So if I do this... I kind of need it like... Fuck. Not being able to go back a step is really killing my ideas, you and me both, SK. Because we get to here, where I'd like to line something up with rock. I can't. There has to be a way. There has to be a way. Or we're just overlooking something else completely obvious. I thought I was sort of onto something with this at first. That allows us to get here. And preserves the phrase, flag on rock is me. But we block ourselves off. And there's no way to unblock that once that's blocked. So going here is a dead end, right? So we can, I feel like we can rule that out. Can you block the dudes with your grass? Kind of. Here's the options that we have. If I want to block the phrase, if I want to keep them from screwing up flag on rock is me, I can do this. And I have just enough time because they're moving whenever I take a step, right? So there's no way to like race them. That's not how time works in the game. You probably saw that already. I could block off and protect the text and get here. But what do we do if we're here? Because if I try to exit through here, I can't go back. If I try to exit through here, I can't go back. So what else could I do? I could just, well, if I try to do it this way, I don't have enough time to get out. I'm just short of protecting the phrase and getting out. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on a minute. What if we do this? There's me. The problem is we lost our rock. But the rock changed. Is this the first time the Baba Make grass has come up? This specific combination, I think, but we've had a few puzzles so far with Make. I think this is the first time where we've combined. No, it's the second time where we've had both Make and On in the same puzzle. We just didn't have any access to On in the first one. The On was set in stone. This one, though, we can change. I don't know if it helps us, but it's at least something we hadn't thought of yet. And that's what I found to usually be the first step in solving is just what can you do? What can you do? I don't know if it gets us anywhere, but we can do it. Not solved, but had an idea that would require playing to test, and you're way farther than me. Okay, okay. If you move now, does the purple dude move? No, because the purple dude is me, and me is not anything right now. There's no rule that says, there's a rule up here that says rock on me is win, but that's not saying me is win. And I don't think we can break that. What it's saying is rock is win when a rock, a physical rock object, is on a square that has me, this object. So if I had a rock that I could put here, that would be a win. So this is different, but does it do anything for us? Can we now say, could we say flag is rock? Could we say flag is rock? Because really all we need are a rock and me. We don't really need a flag. I thought we needed the flag because of this phrase down here, but we can actually creatively cut the flag out of the process. And tile is only defeat. Tile is not stop. So theoretically, if I could get rock and is over to that left, if I could get that over to the left edge of the map, I could say rock is flag. But again, I think I'm running into the same problem here that I had before, which is just getting rock and is through a single square without retracing my steps. Gosh dang it. Could I say me is rock? Is that something the game would allow me to do? I think we actually could. I put rock in the wrong place. Which means maybe I can't do what I wanted to do. I need rock one more square over. I have no idea if this does anything for us. Again, I'm just in kind of like try shit mode. My is gonna be trapped. Stop making false assumptions and be extremely literal. I try to be. That is something that I think is one of my core operating modes, is trying to be literal. I'm definitely a literalist, which helps at times with this game. Other times, Other times it prevents me from thinking a little more outside of the box. This is intriguing to me. This is intriguing to me that we've started this way. And it does feel like we have to go around this way. if we're gonna do anything with this puzzle, it feels like this has to be the exit. I feel like right now we should rule out exiting upward. The downward and around exit should be our starting point, I think. What we may need now is some sort of mechanical maneuvering that I haven't thought of yet. Okay, this gets these on the same line. But then how do I actually push them? How do I actually push them through? Can't do it. No. Nope, 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 nope. Both ideas that I've had so far have involved taking both words, rock and is, and pushing them through here. And I'm not seeing how I could do that. So it could be that the solution is not supposed to involve those two. I know, the complex setups. Do we keep iterating on this? What about grass is push? Instead of rock is grass. What about making grass is push? I feel like I'm gonna have the same problem. Like, how do I eventually get back down to right here? Even if I can somehow cleverly position is like this. What it seems to me is that maybe I haven't made a realization yet, right? Like, we did just make this realization that I can do rock as me, which may not be the solution, right? It could be that I'm still supposed to do something else. But if I do something else, if I just do this, I'm gonna end up with a broken phrase. I ran into the wall. I'm gonna end up with a broken phrase that does nothing. And I feel like that's no good. I can't just have a broken phrase there. I either have to have flag on rock is me or rock is me, because somewhere in this world, me has to exist. I just need me to find a place in this world. Maybe this has to happen. Because if I do this, I can't make it out in time. So I can't preserve the only way to preserve the whole phrase is to do this. But if I do this, I don't think I can do anything else. I'm gonna be walling myself off one way or the other. I think we might be able to safely say, obviously don't want confirmation on this, but this feels like we have to do this. The most dangerous words in a puzzle game, but I think this has to be. It feels like this is where we want to start from, though. I think for this stream, at least, I'm going to focus on options that revolve around this. And getting to here and assuming that this is a required start. That might be a faulty assumption, but let's proceed with it for now. If that is the case, what can we do from here? What can we do from this section? Yeah, exactly, Shock. Orwell would have loved this. The word games that you can play, yeah. Just rearrange the world by rearranging the words. Brain is bye-bye. Hopefully not completely. Hopefully not completely. Let's... What can we do? What can we do? There has to be some way... If this is the case, if we are at this point, the way we win is by creating a rock. Right? Because we have to have a rock in order to win. The rock also has to be on me, but we at the very least need to have a rock, one way or the other. Rock is me, though. Rock is me. So any attempts we make to transform... Actually, what would we even transform? I can't say rock is flag. That doesn't do anything. And if I tried to say me is rock, actually, what would happen? No, we would just have an infinite... We would have an infinite thing, right? Each time step would create... A rock would get created into a me, transformed into me. Me would get transformed into rock the next time step, and so on. Pretty sure that's how that would work. So that doesn't actually cut it. Rock on me is win. So maybe we need that in... Oh my gosh. Unless there's some way I can... Unless there's some way I could transform the grass. Turning grass into a rock. Which would then get transformed into me, but at the very least, that would not be grass. Baba would keep making grass, but those would, at the end of the time step, or the next time step, one or the other, would get transformed into rock. That's what we've been stuck on here, right? We've been trying to do this thing where we maneuver grass is rock, but grass is stop. Like it stop. It stop. Oh, that's where I'm at, SK. Which is why I think we're gonna have to let this one be. It always feels worse to end on a unsolved puzzle than a solved puzzle, but we might be there. I think we are going to call it though, folks. I think this is the time. We shall be back at some point for Jaywalkers United because the name is great. We have to solve this puzzle.